this way. Oh yeah, it's cold. Got some coffee. We're gonna take that. We're gonna take a little chill walk. A little chill walk. A little chill walk and talk. I hope y'all can hear me. I don't got my headphones on, and it's pretty loud out here. But I mean, my voice can channel. I don't need a microphone for y'all to hear me and for me to be able to articulate my words and get my point across. What I need to is relax. That's what I've been working on. I've been working on relaxing while I've been working on my album. And I got up today. I get up now, and the songs that I sing in my head are different, right? The song I was singing today was from Capleton, right? Slew them, my bare feelings, them I carry. Them done but already, and them can't say them sorry, yeah. Yeah. When I want to do something them again, I want to know with name. Slew them, my bare feelings, them I carry. What you said? Who could I them, I would I them, I try. Them this king still I say, watch the whole of them die, yeah. Yeah. Slew them. Slew them, but no. Notice, love does not bargain. Love does not bargain. Shout out to Capleton on the intro, right? Is a dead man them, dopey man them. We not in a nothing with them. The fire, fi burn them. Done can them, I be a dead man them. Them done do like me, and me done do like them. Tell them so me nah keep no funny man friend. Tell them so me nah keep no sodomite friend. Me nah go stoop low. The 40 I go roll them. They wire ya, the brother condemn. Love does not bargain. You know, you could be with someone and it could just be one-sided. You could be in a one-sided relationship. Y'all come in, tap that like button. It don't cost you nothing. It's free. Hit that like. Y'all come in and hit that like button. It might be one-sided. It might feel one-sided. It might feel like you're the only one doing anything. It might feel like you're the only one showing love. It might feel like you're the only one that's putting in that reciprocity. And you know, I said sometimes you see your potential and the people around you. You could be so motivated by your potential, you make them think that they have that same potential as you, when you would be the only light around a whole bunch of darkness. But you are also providing a guiding light to others that want to also be light, and they could be their own version of light in themselves. But sometimes you're in a relationship and it could just feel so one-sided, like you're the only one putting in any type of work, you're the only one giving any type of real love, and you could feel the person not, giving that love back. You could feel the person, being hesitant all the while accepting your love and making you feel like your love isn't worth them fully accepting it. So what you do, you end up putting more and more energy into loving that person. You end up doing more to prove yourself, right? You end up doing more to show that person that they deserve to see the love that you give them, and they deserve to accept that love. And then, two, they should reciprocate that love to you. It's not fair. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to them. Why it's not fair to you? Because that person doesn't deserve your love. Why it's not fair to them? Because they're not capable. They're not capable of holding space for that kind of love, for that level of love, for that energy of reciprocation. They're not capable, they're not capable, they don't have the capacity to love you the way that you love them. That's the word I was looking for. They don't have the capacity. The capacity of love that they have is that first few weeks. That's the amount of capacity that they have. They could love you for a few weeks. They might be able to love you for a few months, but then that few months goes away. That few months, the months switch up. The time ends. It comes to an expire. It comes to atonement, and it comes to a point where you're giving that person what you're giving that person and what that person should be giving themselves. And you're also giving yourself what that person should be giving you. So you're in a relationship with yourself, and you're also being used as a sexual object, because the only thing that's beneficial to you in that relationship is the sex. That's a friend with benefits situation. The relationship doesn't have the capacity to go the long haul because the other person doesn't have the capacity to love you the way that you love them. And if that person doesn't have that capacity to love you the way that you love them, then it's not going to work. You're only going to end up draining yourself of your energy. You're only going to end up draining yourself of your life force. You're going to only end up draining yourself of all the love that you could be equally sharing with someone else, right? It gets to a point, you get into a relationship with someone and they're giving you the love, right? And you're feeling like, is it going to end? Does it have an ulterior motive? Is this person trying to gain something out of it? Is this person trying to get something from me? Is this person trying to achieve something while giving me all this love and giving me all this kindness? And no. And then what you can do one day, you might always do something. And that person might always do something, right? And you feel like you've been in so much bad relationships before that this person might just end up being one of those people that, it's been a few months already, so you're waiting for it to switch up. It's been a few weeks already, so you're waiting for the abuse to start. It's been a few days already, so you're waiting for the player to start. You're waiting for the phone to start ringing and to be all these different type of people calling. You're waiting for all this stuff to pop up, and then you're being the only one in the house. You're waiting for all this stuff to happen, and then you're being left alone. Dates are being canceled. Everything is being pushed back. Everything is being pushed up. Your life is disarray. But no, your life is actually going good. Everything is fine. Everything is going smooth. So you say, all right, I'm not going to go downstairs today, and I'm not going to cook. I'm not going to clean. I'm not going to do anything, right? You're not acting sick. You're not doing that. You're just not going to do it, right? And your partner just decides, well, boom. And this is how divinity works. And this is how God works. And this is how patience works. And this is how realization works. This person you think is going to just switch up and, might not clean up the house, might not cook breakfast, might not do this, that, and the third. You come downstairs an hour later than you usually would, and boom, you see, matter of fact, you don't come down. You stay in your bed, right? Maybe a half hour to 45 to an hour later, your partner comes up and, they think that you're probably sleeping in the bed sick or something like that, but you're in the bed watching TV, just chilling on your phone, probably doing something, and they bring you food. And then you're shocked and you're like, what's this? Well, I noticed you didn't come down, so I thought you were, a little under the weather. So I took it as the chance. I've always wanted to, surprise you with this. So I always wanted to make this. I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to do that. But you're always going and you're always doing this. So I never had the opportunity to do for you what you do for me or what you do for us. So now today is that day, and you didn't even have to ask. You didn't have to request because you were so tired of requesting before in the past. And you knew that it was, you were always going to be let down every time you asked for something, but you was always going to be able to be there for somebody. You're always able to be that person. You're always able to be that stronghold. You're always able to be that rock. But whenever you need a rock to stand on, you're standing on pieces of paper and pieces of cardboard while you're in the middle of the, oh shit, my bad, almost dropped you. While you're in the middle of the ocean, you're standing on cardboard, you're standing on paper, right? But whenever anybody needs to stand on you, they got a whole ship. They got a whole motherfucking ship with an engine and a motor, and it got a caretaker team. It got stewardess on there. It got servants on there. It got waiters on there. It got a whole bunch of caretakers on there to take care of them whenever it's your turn to take care of others. But whenever it's others' turn to take care of you, you can't find them nowhere. So your partner brings you this well-prepared meal that you never expected to happen. And they said they've been waiting to do that for you because, you know, you don't sit the fuck down. You just go, and they're just going. So, you know, now that that time happened and you decided to take that time without telling your partner, hey, you know, I'm not going to do anything today. I'm not even going to get out of bed today because I'm feeling a little burnt out. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with the love that we have and the love that we share. So I don't want it to go to shit. So before it goes to shit, I'm going to put it to a test. I'm going to put it to a shit test before it goes to shit. And then I'm feeling like, oh, you know, this feeling that I had now, I could have done something about it before, right? You know, like the see something, say something, and then you see something, but then you don't say something, and then further down the line, something happens, and you're like, damn, I could have said something, I could have done something. Well, yeah, this is that moment. So while your partner is there with the food, you know, they said I took care of everything. I cleaned the house. You know, if you got children and you got dogs or you got anything, any kind of responsibilities, they took care of all the responsibilities. You ain't got to get out the bed the whole fucking day to do nothing, right? Food already made, lunch already seasoned and prepped and marinating in the fridge. Dinner's already prepped, marinating, sitting in the fridge and the seasoning and all that stuff. And you're just like, wow, like, why did you do all this stuff? And you know, your partner is letting you know, well, it's not just you in this relationship, it's me and you. You know, you do all this and you do all that, and it makes me feel like this and it makes me feel like that. So I want to make sure you understand. I want to make sure that you're reassured. I want to make sure that you're rest assured, that you can put all those fears to rest. I'm your future. I'm not your past. The past has happened, but now it's time for you to embrace and to fall in love with the future that you can be happy with. Now it's time for you to fall in love with a moment that you can cherish. Now it's time for you to fall in love with moments in time where you can make memories, and those memories aren't haunting you. Those memories aren't making you feel resentful. Those memories aren't making you feel drained of your energy. Those memories aren't making you feel empty. Those memories are making you feel filled. Those memories are making you feel like you want to get a album, and you want to get a disposable camera just so you could take pictures, just so you can make memories. And you understand that you don't have to download any type of translation apps because I can speak your language. You don't have to find my love language because I'm fluent in the love that you deserve and in the love that you need and in the love that you want. I'm fluent in experience, so I know how to accept you. I know how to embrace you. I know how to respond to you without reacting to you, because you're already a reactor, so you need a cooler. And I'm your cooling system. I'm already a reactor, so I need a cooler, and you're my cooling system, right? Whenever and any of my car enthusiasts in here, if you got a turbocharger, you need an intercooler, right? You got a motor, you got an intake manifold, right? Everything works together. While the car is heated up and the motor is going, you got the air that keeps it cool. Love don't bargain. You don't have to pretend like you're happy if you're not happy. You don't have to pretend like you're sad if you're happy. If you're happy, I want to see your happiness. If you're sad, I want to be able to experience your sadness. I want to be able to experience you at your lowest, because I know I deserve you at your best. I know I deserve you at your best because I can handle you at your lowest. I can be there for you at your lowest. I can be there for you when you need me to. So I deserve the best version of you. That makes sense. It always made sense to me, and that's how I've always been. But it's never been reciprocated, and that's okay because I had to learn that same lesson that I'm teaching right now. Hit that like button when y'all come in. It don't cost y'all nothing to hit that like button. Love don't bargain. But I had to learn that lesson. I had to learn the same lesson that I'm teaching right now. Love doesn't bargain. I'll be able to be in that loving relationship with the person that knows how to speak my language while I know how to speak their language. They don't need to learn the love language app. Nah, I speak fluent in you, baby. And you should already be able to speak fluent in me by loving you. I love me enough for everybody. Like my grandfather told my father, I smoke for everybody in the family, so nobody in the family needs to smoke. I love me for everybody, so I could love me and I could love you too. And the only way that you can love me is by showing me how much you love you. And if you show me how much you love you, I can show you how to love you even more. And it's not gonna cost you anything. It's not gonna cost me anything. It's actually gonna give me joy to see you happy. It's gonna bring me happiness to see you smile. Because I already know that I wanna be happy. So I don't wanna see you sad when you don't mean to be sad. Because we don't need to play games. If you're not happy, be sad. And if you're not sad, be happy. But don't use love as a bargaining tool, because love doesn't bargain. Love just love. Right? God doesn't care who loves or doesn't love God. Mother Earth doesn't care who loves or doesn't love Mother Earth. Because there's always going to be food. There's always going to be life. There's always going to be opportunities. There's always going to be. Life is always going to be. And if it doesn't cost anything for the love of the Most High, then it shouldn't cost you. It shouldn't cost you anything to get love from me. That's why I give love for free. And even though I've been with and around people that a lot of people say they don't deserve love, sometimes I've even said that. But I had to realize, just like I had to realize, people get in abusive relationships because you are able to handle that abuse. You're able to survive, so you be in survival mode. You're able to be in fights and fight all the time, so you're always in warrior mode. But I had to understand that the people that didn't so-called deserve the love that I was given, they did deserve the love that I was given because they've never met anybody like me. And if it wasn't love from me, they wasn't gonna get that love from nobody else. That's why I say, if I don't say it, I can't expect nobody else to say it. I can't depend on nobody else to say the words that's on my heart. I can't expect nobody else to motivate the masses and motivate the children with the words that's on my tongue. I can't expect you to say what I'm thinking. I can't expect you to do what I'm planning. I can't expect you to feel my emotions. I can only expect you to feel your emotions. And I can only learn to understand your emotions. So the people that I loved, they needed that love because they will never find another person like me. And while they had me in their life and wasn't appreciative of the love, while they have you in their life and they're not appreciative of the love, while they have love in their life and they're not appreciative of the love, when that love goes, they're not gonna find that love again. There will only be wanting for that love. There will only be a want for that love because there was a lack of appreciation for when that love was already there. And now that they feel like that love is gone, they don't feel like that they don't feel like that love is existing within their hearts. So they don't try to find it within themselves. They try to find it with other people. That's why they say when you get out of one relationship, the easiest way to get over it is to jump right back into another one. That's stupid. I've been single for 5 years. And I've only loved myself more. And I've only understood relationship more. So I want y'all to know, love doesn't bargain. Love doesn't ask you to sacrifice anything. Love doesn't ask you to be nobody. I never asked anybody to be anything. And that's the part that probably scared people away, is that I never wanted anything. I came with love to give. I didn't come with trying to steal. I didn't come with trying to take love. I came trying to give love. And when you go around people that never had love, and all you want to do is give love, and all they ever felt was hate and hurt and abuse, all they're going to expect from you is abuse right after you give them that love, because they're going to think that that love is fake since they never felt it before. But that doesn't mean that I change. I move around. So when I move around, that's when motherfuckers start missing me. Because I don't ever switch up. There is no switching of the ups. there is no me switching from being this way and then tomorrow I'm a different way. Nah. If I'm feeling some type of way, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna make that known. You're gonna know that shit, but I'm not gonna treat you no different. I'm probably gonna treat you better and more and with more humility and with more humbleness when I'm at my lowest, because I feel at my lowest. So I'm making sure I don't rub that off on nobody else. So the energy that I put out is love. But what I feel inside is hurt. What I feel inside is resentment. What I feel inside is sadness, but I'm not putting that energy out. I'm dealing with that energy within. And I'm getting it out while I'm dealing with it within. I'm not putting that energy out and crying on other people and telling other people I'm this and I'm that. Nah, I'll bear my grievances to the Most High. I'll bear my grievances in my song. I'll bear my grievances on my papers. I don't bear my grievances out into nature in that way. It goes out into the world, but it doesn't go into another energetic being. I don't spew that energy into another person. I don't go and cry on nobody's shoulder. I was never able to cry on nobody's shoulders. I'm lying. I think maybe once or twice. But that's it. And once or twice, those moments were used against me. Right after that. So I was never able to cry on nobody's shoulders. I don't think I ever cried on my father's shoulders. I can't remember a moment I cried on my father's shoulders when I wasn't a baby. Because life ain't fucking easy for me. So that's why I alchemize that into the energy that I put out into the world. And I appreciate y'all tapping in. If y'all want to watch this back, just to get this little, not little, but get this major message. It's a major message in here. Love does not bargain. If you feel like you have to bargain for love, you either don't love yourself enough to understand that love doesn't bargain, and you're giving your love or your energy to somebody that doesn't deserve it, or they will never realize the level of love that you're giving and the level of love that you're able to give, especially if they resort to playing games to have you prove your love to them, to have you prove yourself and prove this and prove that. You don't have to prove shit to no fucking human being. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody that bleed the same fucking blood as you. You better go to war to show them that they don't deserve for you to bow down. You don't deserve to bow down for nobody. That's what it is. Somebody making you have to show yourself, show your worth, and show your accolades, and show your this and show your that, just so they can love you. You know the thought that just ran through my head? You know the thought that just ran through my head? That's why I'm so glad that I'm not with nobody. I'm so glad that I don't need no bitch. I'm so glad that I don't need no girlfriend. I don't need no lady friend. I don't need no female friend. I'm so glad that I stopped that chase. And I decided to give that love to myself and not chase nothing but fear and nightmares, and started living my dreams. That's when life started turning and conforming towards me and what I want, what I need, and what I deserve. That's when I was able to see all the darkness around me, because I decided to be light. I decided to recognize that I was always light, trying to dim myself to be amongst dark. But I couldn't blend in because I was never dark. I was always light. That's why I always stood out. Light can't blend in with no fucking dark. And dark can't stand with light. And love don't bargain. Love never bargains. Love is free. Love is air. Love is the sun, the stars, the moon, the earth. Love is me. And I am love. Love don't bargain. It's a message from above. I love y'all. My beautiful doves. This ain't I was just playing. But nah, y'all really my evening stars. I appreciate y'all tapping in. When y'all watch this back, you don't have to watch the whole thing. You can skim through, fast forward, watch it at, 2 times the speed so you can get the message. You need to get the message. Because this is a message and a threat. A lot of people taking notes, but I don't think they really get it yet. But you'll get it soon. Soon enough, hopefully. Because there is something called too late. And you don't want to be too late. You don't want to be too late at all. It's a lot more out there than just material things. There's a lot more in life, in existence, in the galaxy, in the universe than material things.